Hello friends, welcome to my YouTube channel. I am Dr. Mangesh Tushing, working as assistant professor in Maratha Vidyabhasar Samaj, Nashik. Friends, in last video we have started addition reactions, that is reactions of unsaturated hydrocarbons and carbon-oxygen double bond. In that case, we started an addition reaction on carbon-carbon double bonds. We have seen a Markovnikov's rule, that is, in an addition reaction, the negative part of the reagent is attaches itself to the carbon atom which has less number of hydrogen atom. So all the addition reactions goes via Markovnikov's rule. There is some exceptions like H2O2 in presence of HBr. So that reaction will be anti-Markovnikov's rule or peroxide effect. Friends, in this video we will learn about three addition reactions, that is halogenation, addition of hypohalous acid, that is halohydrin formation, and third reaction, that is hydroxylation, formation of 1,2-diol. So first we will start about halogenation reaction, that is addition of halogen. Friends, chlorine and bromine undergoes electrophilic addition reactions with carbon-carbon double bond and converts unsaturated compound to the saturated compound with two halogens attached to adjacent carbon. Friends, for example, this is alkene and this is our halogen, that is chlorine or bromine. So double bond is converted to the single bond, while each double bonded carbon will get one halogen. So this is a product, it's called as vicinal dihalide. Generally, iodine doesn't show this addition type of reactions, only chlorine and bromines are giving this type of addition reaction. Friends, bromine is used in reaction for decolorization of the bromine, which forms a classical test for identification of unsaturated compounds. So this is the test if you are doing that organic qualitative analysis. So this test is used to identification of unsaturated compounds, unsaturated organic compounds. So the decoloration of bromine, see brown color of the bromine decolorized. So if that decoloration will be there, then you can say that the given organic compound is a unsaturated compound. So this is for the identification of unsaturated compound. This method is used for the preparation of vicinal halides. Vicinal means शेजारच्या कार्बनवर दोन हॅलोजन्स असतात म्हणून त्याला म्हणतात vicinal. This method is used for the preparation of vicinal halides. For example, this is propene. So propene in presence of Br2 bromine in solvents like CCl4. So CCl4 here is a solvent. So what will happen? Carbon-carbon double bond will break. That will become a single bond, and each double bonded carbon will get one bromine, one bromine. So in this case, you have to remember that addition reaction is only for carbon-carbon double bond, not for other part of the molecule. So don't disturb other chains, R groups. Just see double bond is converted to single bond, and each double bonded carbon will get one Br atom. So the product is called as 1,2-dibromopropane. Second example, that is 2-methylpropene. Again, Br2 is a reagent and CCl4 is a solvent. So some of the cases acid also can be used, like acetic acid. So what will happen? Double bond is converted to the single bond, and each double bonded carbon will get one bromine. So 1,2-dibromo 2-methylpropane is a product. Friends, now we'll see the mechanism for this addition of halogen reactions, that is halogenation reaction. This mechanism involves two steps. First step is the formation of cation. In this case, cation is not a carbocation. This cation is a halonium ion. And second step is attack of base. Halonium ion is a halogen contain positive charge, that is called as halonium ion, like carbon containing positive charge called as carbonium ion, like nitrogen contains positive charge ammonium ion, Nitro group contains nitrogen positive charge, that is called as nitronium ion. Oxygen contains positive charge, that is oxonium ion. So in similar manner, if halogen contains a positive charge, that is called as halonium ion. So first step is a formation of cation, that is halonium ion. So in this case, suppose for example this is a ethylene as a alkene, and this is Br2 CCl4 and as a solvent. So see here, Br2 is a diatomic molecule. This is, both are like atoms, so there is no electronegativity difference. This is non-polar molecule. But for the temporary, for the fraction of second, this bond becomes polar because of electrons are migrated from here and there. So for suppose for example, for the fraction of second, this molecule becomes polar. One of the Br becomes electron deficient, while second Br becomes electron rich. So this is electron rich, it acts as a Lewis base, donates its pi electron to the bromine which is electron deficient, while second Br will leave, taking the sigma bonding electrons. So this is the mechanism. Pi bond will attack on one of the Br, this bond will break, and here will be Br minus will form, and you will get this cyclic bromonium ion. So in this case, bromine containing a positive charge, that is called as bromonium ion. If halogen containing a positive charge, that is called as halonium ion. So cyclic, three membered ring will be the intermediate. So this is the main thing. So carbon carbon double bond attacks on the Br and formation of cyclic bromonium ion. So in this case, Br having a plus charge, and this is a three membered ring, that is double bonded carbon, and this bromine is attached to both double bonded carbon. Double bond becomes single bond, while this is the leaving group, that is Br minus, that is called as a base. So this is the first step. What is that? Formation of halonium ion, cyclic three membered ring with Br with positive charge, that is called as cyclic bromonium ion. Second step is attack of base. So in this case, base, that is Br minus, will attack on this cyclic bromonium ion. See here. So this is the cyclic bromonium ion which is formed in the first step. This is the base, that is Br minus. Now Br minus will attack on this cyclic bromonium ion. But from which side? That attacks from the back side of first bromine atom. See here. This Br will attack on the from the opposite side, because from the front side there will be the steric hindrance as well as electronic repulsion. That's why whatever the second Br will come, that is coming from the opposite side. Now this step is a fast step, and what you will get is 1,2 dibromoethane. Now in first video, the पहिल्या व्हिडिओ मध्ये तुम्ही बघितलं असेल की negative part of the reagent goes to the carbon atom which has less number of hydrogen atom. So there will be the choice, एक मेजर भेटतो एक मायनर भेटतो. पण इथे तसं काही नाही बघा, दोन्ही कार्बनला एक Br जातो. त्याच्यात दोन्ही सिमिलर ॲटम्स आहेत, त्याच्यात तुम्ही कोणताही कुठे लिहा, काही हरकत नाही. पण second Br is coming from the opposite side, so the both Brs are the anti to each other, opposite side to the each other. Step first is a slow step. There will be the formation of three membered ring carbocation, that is halonium ion, that is Br contain a positive charge, so that is called the cyclic bromonium ion. So this is the slow step, that's why this is rate determining step. So rate of the reaction will be depends upon alkene, concentration of alkene as well as concentration of reagent, that is Br2. Because this is the slow step, there is an involvement of this both reagent as well as substrate. Second step is a fast step, that is residual Br minus, that is base, attacks on the bromonium ion from the opposite side of the first bromine. So which are the factors supporting this mechanism of addition of halogen? What are the evidences for this mechanism? So first is that the kinetics. The kinetics, this addition reaction, that is bimolecular electrophilic addition reaction, that is ADE2. So rate of the reaction is depends upon the both concentration of alkene as well as concentration of reagent. So the first step, that is slow step, rate determining step, involves the alkene as well as reagent. So rate of the reaction is directly proportional to the concentration of alkene as well as concentration of reagent. Second factor, the effect of structure of the alkene on reactivity. So electron releasing substituents like plus R or plus I activates the alkene and increases the rate of reaction. Similarly, the electron withdrawing substituents, that is minus I or minus R, deactivates the alkene and decreases the rate of reaction. It clearly indicates that in a slow step, that is rate determining step, alkene is involved. That's why the effect of the alkene, effect of the structure of that alkene is varies the reactivity. For example, these are the some alkenes like, so this is minus I or minus R, smaller alkene, then substituent increases. So rate of the reaction is also increases. Here rate is very slow because there is a minus I and minus R. So this alkene becomes electron deficient, less reactive. While going to the right hand side, there are R group increases. R group has a plus I effect that increases the electron density into the alkene. So reactivity of the alkenes will be increased. When the double bond carries substituents having minus I or minus R effects like this, then the rate of reaction decreases. And when the substituents having plus I or plus R effects, the rate of the reaction increases. So for this right hand side, there are 4 R groups are there which having the electron donation tendency, that is plus I effect, that increases the electron density of this pi bond, and electron density increases, the reactivity of this alkene also increases. So this is the supporting for mechanism of the addition of halogen. Third factor is the effect of nucleophile. The halonium ion is the intermediate. It should react with the almost any negative ion or base added to the reaction. For example, F minus, I minus, NO3 minus or HO minus. So here, suppose this is ethylene molecule and this is our reagent Br2 in presence of CCl4 as a solvent. There will be the formation of cyclic bromonium ion. This is the first step, right? Cyclic bromonium ion will form. Now this is electron deficient. So any base, that is F minus, I minus, NO3 minus, O minus, will react with this one and opens this anti-open, means this whatever the base is there that attacks on this carbon, and this Br, this one of the sigma bond will break and those electron goes to Br. So Br minus plus will becomes neutralized. हे electrons HR गेले म्हणजे हा positive charge neutral होईल. So we will get the product. So that is the proof that cyclic bromonium ion is formed. See here, if Br has a base, then it attacks on this carbon, this bond will break, those electron goes to the Br, and whatever we will get this 1,2 dibromoethane. If we are using another basis like Cl minus, then here will be the Cl minus Br. If I minus, then Bri. If NO3 minus, Br NO3. If H2O, then here will be Br and OH. So these products are possible if we used these bases. Fourth factor is the stereochemistry. The two Br atoms addition is the opposite direction. So both Br's atoms are opposite direction to each other. The resultant products contains the bromine atoms which are anti to each other. That's why those are anti, because whatever the second Br minus is coming, that is coming from the backside because of the two factors. First is electronic repulsion, and second is the steric effect, because atomic size of Br is higher over here and this is also higher. So here they will feel steric effect, sterically hindered. That's why it prefers from the backside. So we will get the anti. These both Brs are the anti to each other. Friends, now we will see the addition of hypohalous acid, that is HOX. X is a halogen, that is formation of halohydrine. Friends, addition of halogen in presence of water can give a compound containing halogen and hydroxyl group on the adjacent carbon atom, and these compounds are called as haloalcohols, and these are known as halohydrines also. So hypohalous acid, that is HOX, are produced by the reaction of halogen and water. So in this case, halohydrine means alkenes. What are the two double bonded carbons are there? So one carbon will get OH, while second carbon will get X. So this is called as halohydrines. Hypohalous acid, so which is formed by the reaction of halogen as well as water. For example, Br2 plus H2O. So you'll get OHBr, HOBr. So in this case, oxygen is more electronegative than bromine. That's why it has a partial negative charge, while Br has a partial positive charge. Always remember, friends, because this is very important for the addition reactions, because all the addition reaction goes via Markovnikov's rule. And Markovnikov's rule says that the negative part of the reagent attaches itself to that carbon atom which contains less number of hydrogen atom. So you should know which is the part of reagent is negatively charged. That's why this is important, because oxygen and Br both are electronegative atoms, but oxygen is more electronegative. That's why in hypohalous acids, OH, O is a negative part of the reagent, while Br is a electropositive part of the reagent. So this is called as hypobromous acid. Now suppose Cl2 plus H2O. So again you will get HOCl. HO delta minus charge, electronegative, while Cl having delta positive charge. This is called as hypochlorous acid. For example, this is a propene. So in examination or in textbooks, there will be two types of reagent like H2O Br2. It means that is the hypohalous acid addition. Don't forget that H2O plus Br2 will give you hypohalous acid. सो तुम्हाला तिथे हायपोॲलिसिसचं डायरेक्ट स्ट्रक्चर देतील किंवा सांगतील वॉटर किंवा Br2 घ्या. वॉटर किंवा Br2 ते जरी दिलं तर तुमचा प्रॉडक्ट काय होतं, हायपोहॅलस ॲसिड addition, that is halohydrine formation reaction. So the product will be like this. One of the carbon will get OH while second carbon will get Br, and double bond is converted to the single bond. So here the addition goes via Markovnikov's rule, that is negative part of the reagent goes to the carbon atom which contains less number of hydrogen atom. See here, OH is a negative part of the reagent, so it prefers the carbon atom which has a less number of hydrogen atom. That's why we will get a product exclusively 1-bromo 2-propanol. Suppose this is a second example, that is 2-methylpropene, and reagent is H2O Br2. Then where will the OH? OH goes to the carbon atom which has a less number of a hydrogen atom. So our product will be 1-bromo 2-methyl 2-propanol. See here, whatever the negative part of the reagent forms a bond with the carbon atom which has less number of hydrogen atom. Now we'll see the mechanism of addition of hypohalous acid. Now this mechanism also has a two-step mechanism. First step is a halonium ion formation, that is again a 3-membered ring formation, halogen with positive charge. So this step is slow step or a determining step. So this is the addition of halogen, that is formation of halonium ion. Second step is the fast step, that is attack of OH minus at the more substituted carbon atom to give the halohydrine. More substituted carbon means the carbon which has less number of hydrogen atoms. You see the example, that is first step. First step is what? Formation of halonium ion. So propylene, for example propylene, and we have this HOBr, hypobromous acid. So this positive charge, these pi electrons are attacks on the electropositive Br, and this bond will get break. So we will get here pi bond will attack on this Br because Br is electropositive. Then the sigma bond will break. The sigma electron goes to the oxygen atom. So we'll get this cyclic bromonium ion. Double bond is converted to the single bond, and each double bonded carbon will get this Br with this positive charge, that is called as bromonium ion. So this is called as cyclic bromonium ion, and this electron goes to the oxygen, so this will be the OH minus. Second step is the attack of OH minus. So this is cyclic bromonium ion, and this OH minus coming from the back side of this bromonium ion, because again two factors, that is first is steric hindrance and second one is electronic repulsion. Now this addition goes via Markovnikov. The negative part of the reagent goes to the carbon atom which has less number of hydrogen atom. So कुठे अटॅक करेल CH की CH2 CH ला. So this will attack on this CH. Then this CBr bond will break. Those electron goes to the Br. So Br positive charge will be neutralized, and what you will get is this the product CH3 CHOH CH2 Br. That is 1,2-dibromoethane. This addition is also anti-addition. So OH and Br are anti to each other. We'll see some more examples. For example, these are the three examples. That is 2-methyl propane, and this is the 1-methyl cyclohexane. See here. Now HOCl, hypochlorous acid. As we know that negative part is the OH minus, so it prefers to the carbon which has a less number of hydrogen atom. So HO इथे ऍड होईल आणि इथे काय ऍड होईल Cl. डबल बॉन्डचा काय होईल सिंगल बॉन्ड. हा बघा प्रॉडक्ट. सो युअर प्रॉडक्ट इज 1-chloro-2-methyl propanol. इथे पण तसंच बघा. इथे OH कुठे जाईल CH की C ला जाईल बघा, कारण दिस कार्बन हॅज अ लेस नंबर ऑफ हायड्रोजन ॲटम. बाकीचा R ग्रुप काय त्याचा अजिबात विचार करायचा नाही. डबल बॉन्डचा काय होतो सिंगल बॉन्ड. डबल बॉन्डचा काय होतो सिंगल बॉन्ड, आणि ज्या कार्बनला कमी हायड्रोजन असेल तिथे कोणता येतो निगेटिव्ह पार्ट ऑफ द रिएजंट. सो हियर this is your product. So OH goes to this carbon atom while Br is goes to this carbon atom. Our product is 3-bromo-2-methyl butanol. Now in this case here, this is a double bonded carbon, this is a double bonded carbon. आता हे प्रॉब्लेम जर क्लासमध्ये घेतला असतं तर बऱ्याच जणांचं चुकतं. इथे कुठेतरी OH दाखवतात मला किंवा इथे कुठेतरी Cl दाखवतात. याचा काय संबंध नाही. डबल बॉन्ड या कार्बन आणि या कार्बनमध्ये, म्हणजे हा डबल बॉन्ड काय होईल सिंगल बॉन्ड. एकतर या कार्बनला एक पार्ट जाईल आणि या कार्बनला एक पार्ट जाईल रिएजंटचा. आता आपलं रिएजंट काय HOCl, hypochlorous acid. So OH is a negative part of the reagent which prefers the carbon atom which has less number of hydrogen atom. See, this carbon has a 4 valency, 1, 2, 3 and 4. There is no hydrogen. So this OH prefers this carbon, while here 1, 2 and 3. So fourth is a hydrogen. So या कार्बनला एक हायड्रोजन आहे, पण इथं एकही हायड्रोजन नाही, म्हणजे इथे कमी हायड्रोजन्स आहेत, म्हणून OH prefers to this carbon atom. So the product will be like this. That is 2-chloro-1-methyl cyclohexanol. Hydroxyl group and chloryl group, that is halogen group, are anti to each other. Their stereochemistry is opposite. So there are two products are possible, both are enantiomers of each other. Now friends, we will see the next reaction, that is hydroxylation reaction. Hydroxylation reaction, that is formation of 1,2-diol. The hydroxylation is the reaction in which two hydroxyl groups get added to an alkene to form 1,2-diol. म्हणजे या रिएक्शन मध्ये काय होतं, अल्किनच्या दोन्ही कार्बनला हायड्रॉक्सिल ग्रुप जातो, म्हणजे OH. जसं आपण हॅलोजन मध्ये घेतलं बघा, प्रत्येक कार्बनला एक हॅलोजन जातो Br. तसं इथे काय झालं आता OH. म्हणजे इथे पण तुम्हाला मार्कोनिकॉव्स रूलची एवढी काय गरज पडणार नाही, पण इट फॉलोज मार्कोनिकॉव्स रूल. The reagents like alkaline KMnO4, osmium tetroxide are used to get the cis dihydroxylation. Cis hydroxylation of the alkene. Cis म्हणजे काय? दोन्ही hydroxyl group एकाच साइडने येणार. While the organic per acids like CH3COOOH, per acid means 3 oxygens are there. C double bonded OOOH are used for the trans dihydroxylation. Dihydroxylation are of two types, that is cis dihydroxylation and trans dihydroxylation. KMnO4, that is potassium permanganate, and osmium tetroxide are used for the cis hydroxylation, while per acids, which are used for the trans dihydroxylation. First we'll start with the cis dihydroxylation. Cis means both OH are coming from the same sides. That's why this is called as cis dihydroxylation or cis hydroxylation. So reagents, we know that potassium permanganate and osmium tetroxide. So we use use dilute potassium permanganate in alkaline medium. So example is 2-butene. So in presence of alkaline medium, that is dilute KMnO4 forms a cyclic of magnet ester with the cis butene. So what will happen? Double bond is converted to the single bond, and see this manganese, 4 oxygens are there, 1 hydrogen, that is potassium. So both oxygens are coming from the same side here, and this is 5-membered magnet ester. So if you label these oxygens, and if you see the product contains labeled oxygen, it means that both oxygens are coming from the potassium permanganate, not from the water and not from the solvents. Both oxygens are coming from the magnet. So this is the proof that cyclic magnet ester is formed as an intermediate. This is very short lived intermediate. We cannot isolate this one. But labeled, if you label these oxygens, both oxygens are coming into the product. That is the proof that both oxygens coming from this potassium permanganate. This intermediates break down in presence of water into the diol. So Mn oxygen bond will get break and we'll get this diol. Now this cyclic magnet ester forms from the same side. That's why the both hydroxyl groups into the product are in the same side. If you see, if you pass the plane through this carbon-carbon double bond, these are the mirror images. See OH, OH, CH3, CH3, H, H. So the compounds which possesses the plane of symmetry, those compounds are called as meso compounds. So the product is meso 1,2-butane diol. The plane is passing through the carbon and carbon in between this one. You can see the mirror images. So the product is meso. So cis dihydroxylation, if we are starting with the cis 2-butene, we will end it with the product that is meso. Similarly, if we start with the trans 2-butene product, then we will get the DL pair of 1,2-butane diol. Since the oxygen atoms of KMnO4 add to double bond from the same side, the cyclic intermediate forms, and this is an example of syn addition. Syn addition means similar side, एका side ने तो दोन्ही hydroxyl group, and the product contains both hydroxyl groups with the cis geometry. So cis dihydroxylation, cis products use meso. So similarly, trans product will give you DL pair. DL pair means pair of isomers, enantiomers. Now we'll see the trans dihydroxylation. So trans dihydroxylation means both OH are coming from the opposite side. When an alkene is allowed to react with an organic per acid, the pi bond is broken and a 3-membered cyclic ether called as epoxide is formed. This reaction is known as epoxidation reaction, which on opening with water gives trans dihydroxylation. So it's similar like cyclic bromonium ion formation, and then second base is coming from the opposite side. So there will be anti-addition. So similar, this is trans dihydroxylation. First is oxonium, cyclic oxonium ion will form, and then that is after deep rotation that will be the epoxide. Epoxide means cyclic three-membered ring with oxygen. So whatever the water is coming from the back side. So whatever the two hydroxyl groups are on the opposite side. So similar, so we'll see the example trans 2-butene, and this is our per acid. So this is the structure of per acid. See here, whatever the R group, R, C double bond, O, 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 H. नॉर्मल कार्बोक्सिलिक ऍसिड मध्ये आपण फक्त एकच ऑक्सिजन दाखवतो इथे, पण इथे ऑक्सिजन ऑक्सिजन बॉन्ड म्हणून याला पर ऑक्साइड म्हणतात. See here, what is the mechanism now? See here, this electron of this oxygen is attached on the pi bond, so one of the carbon. So this pi bond will break, and those pi bond electrons attacks on that same oxygen. So electron loss forms a sigma bond with this carbon, so there will be the positive charge. So again this pi bond will break, forms a bond with this oxygen, so positive charge will be neutralized. So as soon as this pi bond will attack, this oxygen oxygen bond will break, and this electron goes to this oxygen. So carboxylate ion will leave as a byproduct. See here, this bond will get break and carboxylate ion. Now electron loss, so oxygen will have a positive charge. See here, like this. We'll get this cyclic oxonium ion. After deep rotation, whatever the carboxylate ion O minus will abstract this proton. So this electron goes to the oxygen. Oxygen positive charge will be neutralized. Right. So this is called a cyclic ether, that is epoxide. So cyclic three-membered ring containing oxygen, that is called a cyclic ether or epoxide. Ether, you know, ROR. That's why this is called as cyclic ether. And this particular functional group is called as epoxide. Epoxide means three-membered ring with oxygen. Now, second step is that whatever the base, that is H2O, is attacks on this carbon, either this carbon or this carbon. So what will happen? See here, this oxygen attacks on this carbon. So this is called as anti-addition. Why anti-addition? Again, two factors: electronic repulsion as well as steric hindrance. That's why whatever the base is coming from the opposite to this first oxygen. So this oxygen will attack on one of the carbon, so that carbon oxygen bond will break. Those goes to the oxygen O minus. O minus takes one of the proton, becomes OH. So here remaining is OH. So both OH are on the opposite side, and you will get this product OH OH. Now in trans dihydroxylation gives meso product. This is the difference between cis dihydroxylation and trans dihydroxylation. सिस मध्ये सिस तुम्हाला मेसो देतो, ट्रान्स मध्ये ट्रान्स तुम्हाला मेसो देतो. हे लक्षात ठेवायचं. वाय दिस इज मेसो? इथे तुम्हाला प्लेन दिसतोय का? नाही दिसत. मला रोटेट करा, 180 ने रोटेट करा, म्हणजे हा OH इकडे जाईल, हा CH इथे येईल, हा H इथे येईल. चल, आता तुम्हाला प्लेन दिसेल बघा. So this compound contains a plane of symmetry. That's why this is called as meso 1,2-butane diol. So cis-2-butene after dihydroxylation gives DL pair, that is pair of enantiomers. Thank you so much. Thank you for the watching.